We now return to SimCity 4. We're going to return to Meiersville for a little bit because we need it to resync. We're a few years out here, and so the demands for the region can now come in. In fact, we see something brand new showing up here on Main Street. I mean, we could... What's the deal here? So if we took this from Lakeside Junction, we could take... Okay, I don't know... Should actually... I'll let this run. I need to go see what the budget is before we start making deals for them. Now we are seeing a dramatic amount of the regional commercial coming in here. That's pretty good. It's not what I was actually originally going to come in here for, but we're now seeing regional demand fill in the main street, and that's really good, because otherwise it was just going to remain empty for a very, very long time. I do have some missions here. I don't see a reason to do that, because I don't need more than this for a police station. What do we have here? Medium Wealth Office. Now that is a very large facility. High Wealth Commercial Office already. In fact, now we may have a little too much demand coming in for this stuff. It is possible I could wipe out some of the residential along Main Street, and then it will have that develop over here. But that's kind of what I wanted to address here as well. I wanted to come back in here and start tackling some of the issues that we have got going on with our little bit of our farms and whatnot. Manufacturing is coming in too. I wonder if we're going to see some of this disappear in favor of that. We're not seeing a big demand here, or big shift there, but I think because of that we need to think about parks in this town. So let's go ahead and start doing some of that. Why don't we do a large flower garden? Let's not do a large flower garden. Let's just do a large park. Do we already have one up here? We do not. Well, maybe I should put it over here then. Let's kind of build in that. And then we can still put in something else over here. We can put in medium playground. And then we'll grab, I don't know, maybe a tiny little commercial spot here. Is not what I wanted. To reorient. That'll work well. We're seeing development and then redevelopment, so that's interesting. May be the case that we are going to need to put in one medium bus network. Here's a little ludicrous. How's the situation with our school funding? Okay. And then we did have that one clinic, yeah? That's still down here? There it is. Okay, that one's a little tight too. Money has shot through the roof now that the commercial sectors come in here. So let's go ahead and deal with this then. I never did come in here to do anything with this road. Maybe we bring it up here. I think that was my initial plan. What is that going to look like though? A little bit crazy. Demolish a home there. That's okay. We have plenty of them elsewhere. And then there. I did want to bring this off of this hill. So why don't we go ahead and pause? So we're gonna have to get rid of a lot of stuff here. Rid of that road there. And then I think I'll just go ahead and dezone all of this and then do it again in a different Okay. So, what we're looking at here is kind of a thing in here. I think my initial plan was to just create basically a half and half farm. So, it's maybe, alternatively, I could do one up the middle. One for 1280. That goes up that hill just a little bit. Is that too much? Not really. Sort of. This one would probably end right about there. And this one could go up the hill, but I wanted to cut through to maybe right about there. So maybe we will pull this one back by about 3. Just so it's within a similar radius to everybody else. And in fact, why don't we then change how we do this to just make it a little fatter. And ought to blend that a little bit nicer. Another thing I want to do once that develops, let's come in here. Another thing I want to do when that develops is use the cheat to put in trees. I really want to decommission this part. Boy, this is very touchy, isn't it? Well, okay. Let's redo a lot of this, because now that we're here, let's go ahead and put this in. Connect that, and we're going to need some form of turnaround here. What is the smallest I can get away with? It looks to be about that. How about here? How about here? Okay, that does not work though. We do some sanity like that. I guess this is probably my best bet. A little turnaround right there. Okay. So, I think we'll just come in here and we will just decommission, because this is all going to have to be redone. So we'll just decommission that, pull a strip off of that. Got rid of this for no reason. There. And then we just come back in and rezone. Like if I was to do, 1280 would be, I could do a couple smaller farms here. Why don't we try that? Well, this one would have to be bigger because there's no road. Unless I extended that road, which I could do. Okay. Extend this street so it comes up to there. Okay. Now, what was my thought here? I think we'll move away from the idea I had there. And we just turn this into 2. Just looking at, I guess that goes back to being a big old triangle because there's no other real way to get in there. So yeah, we'll do that. Then we do that. Pull down by 1 more. okay. A little bit of funkiness going on there. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted that to do at all. Wait a minute, is this even farm? Yes, it is. What happened here? Oh, I plowed through it. That's what happened there. Okay. Well, let's hope this comes in real quick, because we're kind of seeing that not be a thing. I did kind of want to do another one here, too. Cut this in half, because this green strip just really isn't doing it. This alone is not at all what I thought. I was actually kind of expecting to put a strip of houses out that way. So we are killing a lot of demand for absolutely no reason. It's unfortunate too, because we got a really big farm right here. Is there another way to do this? I mean, maybe reshape this thing. Which... it wouldn't be terrible. I don't know, this one looks really bad. I think we can make it look better, though, by having some trees around it to kind of hide this crap. Unless there's another way for me to redraw the roads. Like, I could draw that little street up this way. We break up this grid. I mean, we could break up the grid. And then I could cut that farm in half, so there's one going that way and one going on the back side. Alright, let's try that. Now, this probably going to have a little offshooter. Oh, it actually makes one. Perfect. Do that. And come in here. I did not see how much money I've absolutely demolished. My treasury? But it's okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and end cap this with some... there. Some more residential. Or... I could make that like a little park playground thing for this neighborhood. Big old flower garden. I mean, a big old flower garden doesn't really fit there, does it? Baseball stadium out at the middle of nowhere, though. Yeah, alright. Put a stadium out here. We build it, they will come. We've already got a soccer field down here, so we're kind of maintaining a theme, I suppose. Although a tiny little town like this having multiple baseball fields is excessive. But anyway, okay. Well, let's go ahead and tackle this one then instead of waiting for it. Find the halfway point, so we're looking like right about there. To maybe come to about there. We'll just line up the fields. Except we didn't line it up on that one. That's okay, because I think this will shape kind of like here. Really wish there was a better way of looking at the contours. I guess contouring and oh shit is probably not high on a lot of people's lists of needs. Ah, there. Get a small one in here on that that side, although this... Alright, let's let this thing run. Let's hope. I suppose in the meantime, we don't have to wait. I can go ahead and pull this and grab some trees, and we'll come back in here and do the thing. This is one of the early maps that I never did get all of this onto. Do not know why. I just forgot to put forest and animals. We have to be cautious though, because this is the foothill of what is going to be a mountain range. So we don't want to over-forest it. Just in the low areas, so that we can kind of see the peaks poking out. Just fill that in since there's not anything there. Okay. I guess we can maybe come down to here. Alright, that is growing. Just be nice if it grew faster is all. Okay. That. That one. Almost immediately, that's good. These two, not so much. I wonder if it's to do with the pollution. Pollution does have an impact on your farms, and seeing as how they're right there, it could be bad. Okay, now we've absolutely killed all regional demand for commercial. Fantastic. But yeah, this is, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a hassle if I do, in fact, continue expanding all the way through the region, and that is my idea. That is the plan. I want to do the entire map eventually, but if you have to keep coming back and doing the time warp with all of your little regions and making sure that everybody is connected and all that stuff, man, that could be a real hassle here. Be looking at like that looks about right. It's gonna eat into some of this, perhaps, but maybe I could pull that back a little bit there. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's see. A little bit more field there. Okay. There. That's good. Let's also make sure we're adding in some animals. Maybe we'll put a little herd of horses up here. Very little. It's only 2. It's fine. They should propagate. I still do not know the answer to why the silos grow up. Obviously it has something to do with like density or demand or something. I know that agriculture doesn't have a density, but maybe this is how it represents it. But it seems like now every farm I put down is turning into silos and not actually little farmhouses and whatnot, which is too bad because it kind of looks terrible. Okay, I think we're fine there. Oh, we happen to have another spot here. Okay, that line of trees did grow up that I put in there way, way long ago, so that's good. And see, I think this does look pretty nice once it actually gets there, because it actually looks full. It looks like a hedgerow. You still can't get this look using the brush of the natural seed forest. So there's something still to be said for trying that method. Do we have any gifts hanging around in here that I have not used? Casino, the private school, convention center, okay. Let's speed this up. Barely enough water. Okay. Well, let's look at that. Water. Is it actually the case, or are you complaining that the city isn't watered? 95%. Okay, it is actually the case. What do with that? I am considering now watering the rest of the entire city. I may come to regret that decision, but and I'd have to put a pump in somewhere, which is doable. Because I don't think the entire city could run off of another water tower. But don't I have... Let me check out my zones here. I don't. I never put any density... Oh, I put that dense in. But wait a minute, that should be watered. Okay. It just never grew because we ran out of need for it. And I never did put apartments in here, I guess. Well, okay, let's find out, because we got fire hazards here, and I guess that could help, if nothing else, desirability. So let's get back in here, grab our pipes, and I think I'm going to pull this back. I gotta remember that we're just a little bit off. These are 6x7s, they're not perfect. So maybe I'll just have that go to there. Little Meiersville now has an actual water and sewage system. Good for them. Well, I mean, let's try it. Let's put down another one of these and just see if that's enough. I highly doubt it. I really, really doubt it. And you can already tell it's not, because it's not covering all of that. Let's just run graph water. Yeah, that's still not enough. So we'd be better off with a pump. Unless it's like right there. So 100%, yeah. Do I want that though? Okay, we've managed to bring down what was otherwise a very large surplus. How much does this cost? $350 as opposed to 50, so we're adding an extra 300 on that. But I think it's probably a good idea. We just Should pause that. Man, I don't want it there though, because then we're just going to get water pollution. In fact, that's what we're going to get right now, having this here anyhow. So let's actually come in here. We have very, very few spots, especially if I'm going to put farms in here. Very few places that I can actually put a pump. It's going to have to be like out here. I'm going to have to tear out a house, sort of justify it. I mean, I guess I can just put it out here. I don't know, though. Once this comes in here, it might just seal it off completely. I might be better off putting it actually inside town. Why don't we get rid of that little awkward looking, yeah, this awkward looking business here. Somebody built a diner, neighborhood diner. Just gonna get rid of it. It's okay, we got a spot downtown that can go. We'll put a pump right there, and then we will help beautify this with a park. I mean, a park right by a playground. It's already there. Why don't we put a gazebo instead? Or a garden. Let's put a little community garden there. Makes sense, right? Right by the water house? Sure. And we will just have that kick out and into the system. And now the water tower is purely decorative because we absolutely have no reason to need it. Water. Yeah, capacity is out the wazoo. Can I come in and shrink that? Not there. Budget. Expense utilities. Water. I mean, we just cut it down, but if I cut it down, it cuts on pipes. Right. Right. So realistically, instead of putting that pump there, I should have just replaced the water tower. The water pump. Whatever. Whatever. That's how it goes. Okay, I am going to pause this, though, to give myself a new flood of water brings in high volume solution, high capacity water pump. Okay, absolutely don't need that. I don't know, can you sell water to neighbors in this one? I know you could in 3000. Let's grab like that, and then grab like that. Too big of a bite. And again, it is kind of going up the hill. Maybe we want to bring it back anyway. Oh, you gotta be so finicky. There. Yeah. And you know, I mean that really long bit right there looks very awkward. I would be more than happy to actually fill something in to take up some of that spot. But that's some other time. Alright. Let's look at this. This is pretty much going to be all of this gone. It's going to look really awkward if we don't keep something there. We can come in and this go. And then we just cover it up with trees, as usual. Okay, see the little saplings that I put out here before? They are getting there. So this is actually going to be pretty thick right here once those things grow up. Continue to fill in the very awkward looking jaggedness. So it's interesting how fast these grew, and then this one's just sitting here. What about these ones downtown? Yeah, they're just hanging out too. These ones may never grow then, if it's a pollution issue. We are getting a lot more industry coming in. We are filling in with the demands there. Let's run this for a bit. Dispatch a fire truck. Is a potential problem, isn't it? We never had anyone riding on the passenger station out of town, and one person's using the freight. Now that one, I don't necessarily understand that. I mean, I guess maybe the road here to the highway is short enough, but unlike in River City, we don't have a really easy, quick way to get out of town. To get all the way over to here, kind of a pain. So I don't see why the industry wouldn't use that rail. This one, I guess, makes sense, but you know, whatever. See, here we also see, like, now that these trees are growing up, having that little green belt there really looks nice. I mean, aside from the repetitiveness of it, it'd just be nice if the trees would have some uniformity and not be so random. Spread out. Okay, here we have a large one, and we seem to have put that down. Seem to have killed the trees again that I put down. I just put down a big bunch of them, and they all died off. Let's try it again. I mean, that does happen. The manual makes it very clear that they will have life cycles, and your forests will grow and merge together or die off or whatever. In fact, there's a whole desirability scale for them, like, you know, height on a mountain. For example, we're seeing some of these trees pop up in here. Different trees will grow based upon elevation. There's also a humidity factor, so like we have no water on this map, which means actually a lot of the trees are probably going to die. Maybe that's why they are disappearing. Finally, we got this one. There is no road connection. I mean, that is true. This is part of this farm, though, is it not? Maybe we're just better off getting rid of that. Maybe it thinks certain things about its placement that are not true. Okay. No? Can I take a train mission? Let's see if there's a train available here. Let's take a... Ooh, passenger train. Okay, not available. Fine. How about a freight train? Went way too fast. So let's see. Click this to go straight. Sure, let's click this to go straight instead. It's not giving me a mission, it's just a free drive. is a certain distance away from crossings where you are supposed to honk the horn. This one is not developed. Okay, well that was fun. Oh, let's run this a little faster, a little further. Basic commercial has come back in. Did this thing ever show? It turned into a parking lot, I think. Yeah, that's the one right there. So conditions must not be right. Medium density commercial, same thing. Conditions must not be right for that to be anything special, though. Where is this traffic going? I guess out to these farms here. They do seem to be coming to here. I guess we can take a peek. The traffic remains pretty heavy here. Now we do have that. That is our only bus station over here. It may behoove me to put another one somewhere. That parking garage would probably be better off over here then, so everyone could come here and come to that. Well, I mean, they're going to that one. So, in that case, why don't we maybe put one here too? Right across from the police station? I'm sure they'll love that. Mayor demolishing homes. Let's grab a little park. Grab a little plaza. There. With such a small amount, I don't expect it. Well, look what it did though. Look what it did to this intersection. Although now this seems to be worse. Without a full bus system, I can't see this actually fixing anything. But it doesn't seem to be too terrible. Although according to the polls, it's just safety that's an issue. I don't know why either, because we happen to have police in this town. Did I lower funding for this? No, not really. Could I increase funding? Well, what is that though? I want to go beyond public safety. Police. Yeah, I don't want to do more than 100% capacity. What I could do are kiosks, police kiosks, a few places. Let's lower this down. Let's grab. Let's forget what this crap is. So, one sort of up here, one sort of over here. Do a little bit of a Mickey Mouse on this, I guess. A little bit of overlap there. Oh, it's on this one. There we go. We'll police kiosk that one, and then we'll give this like a, I don't know, basketball court. Come over here for a very similar thing. Let's take out that one, that one, that one. I mean, that one actually looks like a nice place right there. Take out that one. We will give this a tennis court over here. Of course, we will. Now, did I ever... Yeah, we didn't put anything over here. I could put the private school over there. Try to get that to be a little bit fancier. You know what? We could probably happen to have... Especially since crime, I would imagine, would happen over here. I mean, this seems to be the rich district over here. we'll have a little bit of overlap, but it will cover this as well. I'm okay with that. Just a little garden there. Okay, public safety should be well and good now. Starting to grow just a little bit. Did these farms? No. Gaps in police coverage, that should go away. Meiersville is now 5,000 people. It's now 8,000 people. That was a very old one. Aha. There. Just gotta get these two. We don't have to, but I would like them to. That one as well. I mean, see, this is where this breaks down and is bad, because it is regional demand, but maybe not here? Maybe not local demand as well? Well, that one went immediately, so that's not... I don't even know. I don't know how to answer why some of them pop up and immediately develop and others don't. It's very strange. I wish it would handle it, though, so we can get out of here, but anyway, yeah. So I think we're leaving this a little bit better than when I came in. Safety opinion is going to go up, but it always takes some time. More people have moved into the city, though. I should definitely be checking that we're very on edge for that. Let's maybe bump that up by a little bit for capacity. Actually afford a little bit more in the schools as well. Okay, we definitely have plenty of room there. So we've very much neglected this neighborhood. What I thought was going to be a wealthy neighborhood is actually not. It is now low income out here. It has no access to services or anything like that. What happened to fire? Where is that? Fire department's way out here. Okay. I probably wouldn't go amiss to have another one here. And then, you know, like I said, maybe a school out there as well. But I think we're getting in the territory of expenditures, because what are we looking at for that? So 120, the private school? Where's the private school? Private school is nothing. Oh. Okay. There's got to be a downside to this, though. There has to be a downside to having these. I don't know. Maybe I won't worry about it right now. Branch library. You know what? We don't have any education over here. My God, that is actually enormous in coverage. It's a 2x2. Where could I put this? I was thinking maybe, you know, closer down to Main Street here. But it covers people, though, so it'd be better to have it, I guess, maybe there. So we'll do a drop on there, and then we can do little reading gazebo and a park. Or a small flower garden, sure. There. How about the education in this town? What do we have going on here? I think that's the getaway guy. That's the mayor. Well, we don't need anything desperate here. Just putting that, though, we're seeing some new developments come in. Maybe it'd be worth developing this further. It could cover this little neighborhood. This is actually a very good-sized town. A good-sized tile. If I really wanted to just build a city here, I could definitely see where I could like have one corner be the ag and one corner be the industry, and then you have a little thing in here, and you know, it would keep all the demands for a city, a tiny city, admittedly, but in a relatively small thing, like you could have one library cover most of the town. I mean, really, like even the high school bus funding, if I increase that, it would cover the entirety of the town. So, like, these tiles, I think, would make pretty decent little beginner areas. And I guess that's why the guidebooks and all that recommend it. We are seeing a garbage fill-in, though. That's an issue. But yeah, they all recommend you start on medium. And, like, if you're just going to do a one-city thing, this is kind of the way to begin. Yeah, that's the mayor's house right there. Okay. Well, I mean, this is another situation where if all of these streets were roads, then congestion would just be gone. I think a lot of this is overblown and artificial. The way the city or the simulation represents traffic jams and crap like that. But cool stuff anyway. Yeah, this is never going to work because I'm pretty sure passenger train stations are for inner city transport. So like taking you from a suburb into the middle of town, into a commercial center or something. They will never use this to go off to another town elsewhere, but whatever. We'll just have that there for looks, I guess. What's it running me anyway? $10? Yeah, I'll totally afford that. That's fine. Plus it gives me potential for maybe a passenger train mission popping up at some point. Not that we have anywhere to go, but anyway, good. I think now I am satisfied with this. The trees, I don't know, man. The trees are in and out all over the place, but farms look like they've all developed, and that's good. So I think we'll end this one here, and I don't know if I want to still develop maybe the region of around River City, or just go back to River City. I think we could probably put in one more little farm area up north. I just got to extend the highway up there so we can get our connections, and then maybe develop the one beside it for River. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more regional development, so we're not always just staring at the same grid, waiting for the same things to develop over and over. I realized that there was like a span of about 7 episodes where it was effectively the same thing. But anyway, I'll end this one here. I will see you next time.